darkness reminded Tithian of the rainstorm he had seen 10 years ago, but he knew better than to hope a downpour would quench the thirst of his city today. The thunderclouds overhead were filled with dust, not water.
You couldn't get a spark from striking steel, much less create a lightning bolt,
added Wyon.
Your meditations are pathetic.
Tithian closed his eyes again. The ball of light inside his mind had disappeared entirely. All that remained in that black grotto was a whirl of dark thoughts.
Don't bother trying again, said Sacha. You're about to receive a messenger, explained Wyon. When you hear his report, your pitiful mind will neglect the ball of light anyway,
finished Sacha, his snarl revealing a set of broken yellow teeth. Knowing that the malicious heads would not reveal the messenger's news even if he asked, Tithian unfolded his aching legs and slipped his gaunt body, clothed only in a breechcloth, off the pedestal. Regretting the laziness that had kept him from mastering the way of the unseen as a youth, the king asked,
Am I really so hopeless?
Completely, answered Wyon.
Absolutely, added Sacha.
The king grabbed his two confidants by their topknots and walked toward the edge of the roof.
What are you doing?
Demanded Wyon.
If I have no hope of mastering the way, then I'll never become a sorcerer king,
Tithian growled.
That means I have no need of you two.
He heaved the two heads off the tower roof. Instead of falling into the gauzy moss trees at the base of the palace, the heads simply hung in the air a dozen feet from the roof. Tithian's jaw fell slack, for he had never seen Sacha or Wyon levitate. Still, he suspected that he should have known they would not be destroyed so easily. The pair could not have survived 1,000 years by being as helpless as they seemed.
Quite amusing,
said Wyon, baring his grey teeth at Tithian.
Kalak would have gotten an axe and hacked us to pieces, added Sacha. You're not brutal enough.
That can be remedied, Tithian warned.
I doubt it,
Wyon returned.
You're a coward at heart.
Before Tithian could rebut Wyon, Sacha added,
You've ruled Tyr for 6 months, and the Golden Tower's treasury is emptier than when you killed Kalak.
Tithian could not deny Sacha's charge. Instead, he spun away and looked toward the city's bustling merchant district. Now that the iron mine had been reopened, Tyr was once again doing a booming mercantile business, but the Council of Advisors was using every coin of the caravan levy to fund the pauper farms surrounding the city. Of course, that was Agis's doing, as were all of the programs diverting the treasures that should have been filling the king's vault. Reading the king's thoughts, Wyon suggested,
Assassinate him.
Despite his past relationship with Agis, it was not friendship that made Tithian hesitate.
That would only make things worse,
he growled.
Rikus, Neva, and Sadira would take Agis's place in an instant. A self-righteous noble is bad enough, but slaves?
Letting his sentence trail off, the king turned back to the heads and saw that they were drifting toward the roof.
Kill all 4, said Wyon. You can't believe that things are that simple,
Tithian growled.
Half of Tyr saw Rikus wound Kalak, and it's common knowledge that Agis and the others finished the task. If I execute them, the city will rise against me. I have the names of several minstrels adept with poisons,
offered Wyon, his sunken eyes burning with murderous light.
Kalak often used them to good effect.
All 4 dying of mysterious illnesses. How stupid do you assume the citizens of Tyr to be? Tithian snorted.
I'll find another way.
Tithian's chamberlain climbed onto the roof, putting an end to the debate. She was a blonde woman of statuesque proportions, with icy blue eyes and a humorless mouth. Like most of Tithian's bureaucracy, she had been recruited from the ranks of the Templars who had previously served Kalak. Behind the chamberlain came a haggard young man wearing dusty riding leathers. Though he was covered with grime, Tithian could see that his clothes were well made and his hair trimmed. He had a patrician.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.